The HGTV interior designer Orlando Soria seems to have a painful story behind the cameras. Despite his rising popularity and increasing fan following on social media, the reality star was struggling in real life. He stepped into this industry back in 2010 when he used to work for Emily Henderson as her assistant on the show Secrets from a Stylist. It was after a decade of hard work in 2019 that Orlando was able to get his own HGTV show called Unspouse My House, which was later renamed as Build Me Up. Hey, beautiful people. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos. The designer was truly optimistic with high hopes after getting the chance to run his own show, but he was unaware of the struggles that came with it. It may have occurred to his fans that he was living a glamorous life, but the reality was far from it. Orlando spoke of the difficulties he had to face regarding his finances after the filming. During the interview with Dennis Scully on the Business of Home podcast, Orlando stated, "During the early days of COVID, I was very publicly supportive of things that would keep us all safe. And I had a lot of people being like, 'Oh, you're just a Hollywood liberal elite that doesn't really understand what's going on in the economy.' Meanwhile, I was penniless." He claimed that for a whole season of Build Me Up, which was filmed for 10 months, he was only paid $40,000, and even more so, got left with $17,500 in hand after deducting taxes and agent fees. That means the reality star was working for $11 an hour, which didn't even meet the minimum wage standard of California. He admitted that although HGTV shows are more about marketing rather than earning, it didn't work out for him. The show was canceled just after completing the third episode of season 2, which made it difficult for Orlando to build his brand, leading to low consistency. Generally, the renovation shows aren't exactly as lavish as they appear due to low budgets, long working hours, and hard labor. Most TV stars gain popularity after doing these shows and lead them to attract brand collaborations, but that wasn't the case for Orlando. He talked about the experience that made him realize the exploitation he was facing by the high-end people of the show and called them out for earning a fortune by using people like him. The only reason he was working hard for long hours with low pay was in the hopes that he would get recognition from brands and find other sources of income. In the aftermath, Orlando tried to take different career paths, but it appeared that his journey with television reality wasn't over yet. In January 2022, 2 years after the end of his show, he posted a blog online in which he revealed the physical and mental challenges he faced over 2 horrible years. The COVID-19 pandemic started just when his show Build Me Up had got canceled, and it caused him to lose many of his brand collaborations. It created a strain on his income, leading to a number of difficulties ahead, but he remained motivated and launched a Substack newsletter in January 2023. Then in 2023, Orlando was said to return on Roku TV as a designer in a home makeover show, Empty Nest Refresh, which was hosted by Liza Koshy. However, it did not bring any big financial relief for the star, and later in 2024, his Yosemite property, London Lodge, was repossessed, adding to his struggles. However, he handled the obstacle differently this time. He wrote saying, "These days, when I find out about something potentially scary, I'll let myself have a day or two to absorb it before I let myself try to solutionize." That way he could keep himself together and stay emotionally strong. The fact that Orlando kept working on his brand despite everything shows that determination is key to his story. Though he has had a far from easy journey until now, his story is proof that every obstacle is temporary and that there is always room for growth. He feels relieved to have opened up about the harsh reality he faced throughout the years he struggled, and he is now optimistic about the future. He wants to figure out how to reach a global audience online and make a life without depending as much on big businesses. It is likely unnecessary to state, but he is not returning to HGTV for the time being since he said, "I think sometimes you need to burn the bridges you no longer want to go over," he says. "While I have only goodwill towards the people I met at HGTV, I've realized that for now, that's not an interest of mine. I think I could make more money on YouTube."